Y'all, the Boston Celtics have done it again. They've done it again. Now, if I were to tell you that the Boston Celtics and the Cleveland Cavaliers were both down 0-2, going on the road, you would look at me like I was crazy. If I was a betting man and I could see the future and I would have bet back in even before the playoffs started. If I could no, even before the series started, if I can bet, hey, the Celtics and the Cavs are gonna be down 0-2 going back on the road, I'd have a lot of money in my bank account right now. We saw the Cavs game last night. There's not too much I have to say about the Cavs. Because to be honest, the Cavs, I still have faith in the Cleveland Cavaliers. I still have a chance. I believe the Cavs still have a shot to win. They just got to get the guys back healthy. But the Boston Celtics have blown a second consecutive 20-point lead in the second half. And, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing twice, expecting a different result. Game one, you're up big, you start taking a bunch of threes, and the lead dwindles and you lose the game. Game two, you're up big, you start taking a bunch of threes, and the lead dwindles and you lose the game. 10 for 40. The Boston Celtics were 10 for 40 from the three-point line in this game. Combining that with game one, they are 25 for 100. 25 for 100 over the last two games. The analytic basketball is being just destroyed right now in this series. Analytics says you take layups and threes, dunks and threes, nothing else. And that is kind of how the Boston Celtics have been. They've taken nothing but threes or nothing but paint attempts. And they've lost. And you can see it in my face. You can hear it in my voice. I am very, very disappointed in the Boston Celtics because this is frustrating to watch. It's frustrating to watch. The first half, you're up by 20 points. You're attacking the basket. They you know what? They actually pulled back on the 3-point attempts. They only took 40 compared to their 60 in game one. They only took 40. They dialed back. They were getting to the basket and they were getting buckets at will. Jaylen Brown, Reggie Miller said it on the call. He said this is probably the best Jaylen Brown has looked the whole playoffs in terms of his lift and how healthy he looks because he was getting to the basket at will. Nobody could stay in front of him. Jason Tatum was getting to the basket. Didn't score well, but he was getting to the basket, creating looks at the basket, putting pressure on the rim. And then it just stopped when they went up by 20 points. Let's take a look at the stats. Jaylen Brown, 23 points, 8 for 23 from the field. Derek White had 20 points again, 3 for 11 from three-point line. Jason Tatum, I spent a lot of time in my last video with my guy, 24 Hour Sports. I spent a lot of time going in on Jason Tatum. I'm not going to give him the luxury of having me do that again, but it has to be addressed. Jason Tatum, 5 for 19, 13 points. In the fourth quarter, he only made one field goal in the fourth quarter, and it came with the dunk at the end, right before the Knicks took the lead back. The last possession of the game, he gets blocked by Mikal Bridges, who played great, by the way, but we're going to get into Mikal Bridges. Jason Tatum, I said it in the last video. This is a guy that felt like he was disrespected by the media, by peers, by the fans. This was the game for you to make a statement and show, hey, I'm one of the best in this league. I'm one of the best in the league. And this is how you come out here and perform. Terrible. There are going to be some conversations that will have to be had about Jason Tatum if the way he plays continues and they lose this series. You already didn't win the Finals MVP last year. You already didn't win that. Didn't win the Eastern Conference Finals MVP either. He might have. I'm not sure. There's nothing else I can say. I'm not going to lie. There's nothing else I can say. Jason Tatum, he's so talented. Everything else on the basketball court he does well, except when it comes to scoring. He's either taking bad shots or he's missing. Everything else. He had, I want to say, 16 rebounds today. No, 14 rebounds today and like 5 or 6 assists. Last game he had 60 rebounds and 6 assists. Everything outside of scoring he did great. And he does great. Defensively, he played really good defense when he switched out on Jalen Brunson. But you have, if you claim to be one of the best players in the game, you have to find a way to put these games away. And this is 2 games that you at the helm have let your team down and let your team lose. And now you're down 0-2 going to the Garden. Madison Square Garden, not TD Garden. Madison Square Garden with those fans that don't know how to act. They're going to be lit up in there. In the same breath, I have to give credit to the New York Knicks. The New York Knicks were down by 20 points early in this game. And they could have packed it in and said, okay, we won game 1. We stole home court. Let's get out of here and get healthy. But no, they kept chomping and chomping and chomping. They went on another big run in the third quarter that made the game within arm's reach. Cut the game down to 12 going into the fourth quarter. And I said, uh-oh, here we go again. Then they kept biting. Mikal Bridges. Shout out Mikal Bridges. He played 51 minutes last game. Didn't really have the most production. This game, he waited to the last 12 to go off. 14 points all in the fourth quarter. He hit big shot after big shot, keeping that team in the game. Shout out to Mikal Bridges. Josh Hart at 23 points, hit 3 threes. Karl-Anthony Towns, a 4th straight double-double, 21 points, 17 rebounds. Clutch player of the year, Jalen Brunson. When Brunson checked back in the game, it's winning time. And he's a guy that if you're at this point, to me, he's at the point now where if it's a close game and you bring Brunson in, I'm rolling with Brunson. He's done it so many times in the playoffs. He's taken over games in the fourth quarter and won games. And he did it again tonight with some timely buckets, including the game-winning free throws with like 12 seconds left to go. But man, Boston, I don't know. They definitely have the talent to win. But I don't know. They have to get out of this analytics basketball and just hoop. Just hoop. You know what I'm saying? There are several times where they get a... I mean, there was one player worked out in the first half where they came down. Jalen Brown shot a 3, missed it. They got the rebound. Drew Holiday had a 3, missed it. They got the rebound, kicked it back. Jalen Brown again, and he hit the 3. But, I mean, come on, man. You missed 2 threes in a row. Put some pressure on the rim. These are uber athletic stars, uber athletic wings that they have. Put pressure on the rim. Take better shots. 3 is more than 2, yes, but 2 is more than none. And they have not learned that over these first 2 games. And if they don't learn that, they're going to be going home. They're going to be going home in this second round. The New York Knicks were 0-11 against the Oklahoma City Thunder, the Cleveland Cavaliers, and the Boston Celtics. And now they're up 2-0 on the Boston Celtics going back to Madison Square Garden. Craziness. These are initial reactions. I have the stats right here beside me. But I gotta go back and watch the game again. I'm gonna do that. I just did a Game 2 preview. Me and 24 Hour Sports just did a Game 2 preview. Dropped yesterday or earlier today, depending when y'all see this. It just dropped. That was the most recent video. And for me to come back around, turn around, and have to talk about the Boston Celtics doing the exact same thing in Game 2 is crazy. It's crazy. But, man, until next time, man, going for 2. Like, comment, subscribe, share with y'all folks. Man, hit that subscribe button. Go ahead and subscribe button before you get up out of here. Going for 2. We out of here. Yeah.